Yeah.
After he shot Jay, what happened?
He turned around and looked at me, and just that look, and I knew for sure he was coming after me. Mm-hmm. And so I said no, and I turned around, and I had Maggie, and I turned around and I tried to run up the driveway because in my head I was thinking if I can get through my back gate. Mm-hmm. And he tackled me and just started punching. Mm-hmm. I saw a flash of the gun, and it flashed through my head that...
What color was the gun?
Silver.
Okay.
And it flashed through my head that he was going to hit me with a gun. Okay. I thought he was going to hit me with a gun. And he just didn't. He kept pulling at my fingers, and I kept rolling over, and then he was hitting the side of my face, and he'd roll me back, pull my shoulder, roll me back over, hitting, trying to take my rings. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like duct tape, mm-hmm. and he taped my wrists together, and then...
Every word of that was a lie, and she'd already killed the man lying next to her when she said it. James Faith didn't die from a stranger's bullet. He died because his wife spent months rebuilding an old flame, feeding a man over 1,000 messages a day, promising him a future, convincing him her husband was dangerous. A man she armed with a story he believed enough to drive from Tennessee to Dallas, wait outside a house that wasn't his, and put bullets into a man he'd never even met. James never saw it coming. He was walking his dog. His wife was 3 feet away. And when it was done, when James Faith was on the ground and the shooter was gone, Jennifer didn't call for help first. She built her alibi first. Tackled, punched, pistol whipped, duct taped. A performance so convincing she gave TV interviews as the grieving widow, crying for cameras, while the man who pulled the trigger was texting her good morning. She wasn't the target that morning. She was the getaway plan.
Does that chirp not drive you crazy?
Huh?
That chirping doesn't drive you crazy?
You know,
you probably tuned it out by now.
Yeah, you know, we're always on the move, so we never really just pay attention to it. Because we're always going on at 100. I'm going to get some information from you.
Sure.
That way we can go from there, okay?
Okay.
You have your ID and everything on you?
It's out on the chair.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's get it, and then we can just put it back.
Oh.
Thank you. In fact, you want to leave your water out, and then we just hold on to your ID out here.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay. This is the updated last one that the last one I had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same one.
It's over here, hot air.
I know.
Okay, you said, but where's your phone at?
It's out there. Can I just grab it? Or?
That's it. We'll get it after this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Jennifer, just like last time, everybody that I interview, I definitely want to make sure I get a photo of you so that way my photo will go with your paperwork, okay?
Sure.
All right.
Do you want my mask on?
Please do. All right. All right. Okay, so like I said, Jeff, I appreciate you coming down here, talking to me. As you know, I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this investigation. Okay. Today, my goal is I want to go through everything. All right. So we'll probably be here for a while.
Okay.
Okay. Start to finish, even leading up to. Okay.
Okay.
In that way, I want to make sure that I have a full understanding of everything, because we've talked several times. I mean, we've done interviews together, TV interviews. We've met. We've been a lot of communication have gone on between us. But my goal today is to go through everything, so that way, some of the things that I've discovered, we want to make sure that we bring them to light. Okay. So you can take me through the beginning of everything, from start to finish. Even matter of fact, the night before, what happened?
Oh my God, I don't even remember. Nothing that I can recall. I mean, I don't even know. I wouldn't even begin to know. Everything has been normal for us.
Right. So the night before, was it was a normal day of you guys hanging out at the house, preparing. So
as far as I know, so it happened on a Friday, so that would have been a Thursday. I mean, he would have worked that day, and.
So do you guys normally talk about the previous day? Like say, hey, tonight, hey, let's get up at whatever time in the morning and let's walk the dog, walk maybe. So you guys normally communicate. So the communication that night prior to what was it?
So normally the way that works is that he would look at his calendar to see what time his first phone call was or first conference call was for that morning, and it varied. Sometimes he didn't have a call until 10. Sometimes he had one at 9, and so. If he had one at 10, we would usually get up around 8, walk the dog around 8:30. If he had one at 9, we'd get up around 7, walk the dog at 7:30, and we'd set alarms accordingly.
Okay, so that morning, you guys woke up what time?
I want to say probably around 7. We left the house around 7:30.
Okay, so you guys woke up about 7, and y'all left the house about 7:30.
Yeah.
Just like we until I guess everything happened around about 7:30 from 7:35.
Right.
So. Walking out the house that morning, right before you exited, did James say anything before? It's like, hey, I had a dispute or argument with this person or that person or anything like that?
Nothing.
All right. So, to your knowledge, he had nothing. Didn't involve nobody. I mean, based on my investigation, I mean, James was loved by everybody. I mean, people thought that he was a pretty
amazing person.
Yeah, you're talking right. I mean. Everybody pretty much said great things about him. I mean, I've interviewed people you wouldn't believe. I mean, everybody that I spoke with regarding James, I mean, they were pretty much talking about his character like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how he was.
I went to his job. I mean, the guy pretty much walked me back to one of the areas, and if you've been up there, it's very nice up there, and. They had nothing but great things to say. Friends, everybody. So why would somebody want to do something like this?
I don't know, God. If I knew that, I would tell you.
Right.
It drives me crazy.
So that day, okay. That day, you walk out the house, okay. You and James and Maggie, all right. You walk out before him.
Right.
You walk out before him, and take me through the steps. Because and I'm gonna tell you, Jennifer, we're gonna get real deep today, okay?
Okay.
So I want to make sure that I don't want you to take offense to something I'll say, because hey, that's where we gotta go.
No,
okay?
I understand.
So you and James, y'all walk out the house. You and James, y'all walk out the house. All right. Did you say anything to him? What were your last words to him?
The only thing I can remember, and I know I shared this with you before, is we goofed around in the morning. We had that kind of fun relationship. So I just remember messing around with him in the bathroom. He was trying to brush his teeth, and I was smacking his butt, and just playful. And I just remember him saying, "Oh, so that's how it's going to be today." And I'm like, "Yep." And it was just playful.
When was the last time you guys were intimate?
Oh God! In September, when we were in Las Vegas, so maybe 2 weeks prior, we were in Las Vegas. We stayed in a hotel room. We were back there for his dad, because his dad was going through his first chemotherapy.
Okay, so that was the last time you guys were intimate. So was it, like I told you, I want to get detail. So was it oral? Was it?
No, full
Okay.
sex, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to go back to that, and I know we listen to this, but I want to be able to be on the same page that day.
Okay.
So you guys walk out the house.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was that day. As soon as you walk out the house. All right. During these moments.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No. So during these moments, you guys walk out the house. You say you smacking around, playing around a little bit.
That was like probably a good 5 or 10 minutes before we walked out of the house. Other than that, it was just, us getting dressed, getting ready, getting the dog put together, getting her leash on.
Right. So during that time when you walked out the house, this terrible thing happened. The guy, what did he look like?
Oh my God, I keep trying to remember everything. Okay. I just remember all I can really remember are his eyes, the black eyes, like just black, like not like in color, but like the pupils were really dilated. I remember a bright blue mask, like electric blue color mask.
Okay. And this guy,
aside from that, I feel like he was like just covered head to toe. I couldn't make out even skin color.
did you? And I know based on
Sorry.
did you see him? Where did you see him go afterwards?
Okay, so
'Cause I know when you first go ahead.
yeah. So this is one of the questions that I had for you too, is that I don't remember. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll answer your question first. So I was up on the driveway of the neighbor's house. I thought I was on my own driveway for some reason, but I was on the neighbor's house, and I was taped together. I remember hearing screeching, and it made me look up, and that's when I saw the truck, and that's where he got into, was the truck.
So you did see the truck, 'cause I know at first you told me you didn't see the truck.
I didn't see it immediately. All of a sudden it was just there. It wasn't something that I noticed when we walked out or anything. And it didn't register with me when he was shooting Jamie. It didn't register with me that there was anything parked there. And so that's why I had almost felt like somebody had pulled up to pick him up.
So just to back up a little bit, when you saw him holding gun to Jamie, Jamie was like this?
Yes, walking backwards like this.
Or like this? So
No.
he's like this? Jamie, do you remember him saying anything to him?
No, it was just quiet.
Okay.
He didn't say anything. He just shot.
All right. Did he stand over him and shoot like this?
No, it was no.
So Jamie was like this, and he just shot.
Yeah, and they were probably
So say for me, so a distance
6 feet apart.
So was it not this far apart?
A little bit further, actually.
So about right here.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. So what was happening was Jamie was walking backwards, and he kept going forward.
So I'm Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm walking. So
Back further.
Okay.
Right there, and
So
he was just this way.
It's shooting.
Shooting, walking, not running, walking toward him.
Okay.
And I was just my eyes were on Jamie. I was just watching the fire shot, like the gunfire. Yeah.
After he shot Jamie, what happened?
He turned around and looked at me, and just that look, and I knew for sure he was coming after me. And so I said no, and I turned around. And I had Maggie, and I turned around and I tried to run up the driveway because in my head I was thinking if I can get through my back gate. And he tackled me and just started punching. I saw a flash of the gun, and it flashed through my head that...
What color was the gun?
Silver.
Okay.
And it flashed through my head that he was going to hit me with a gun. I thought he was going to hit me with a gun. And he just didn't. He kept pulling at my fingers, and I kept rolling over, and then he was hitting the side of my face, and he'd roll me back, pull my shoulder, roll me back over, hitting. trying to take my rings, and then all of a sudden, like duct tape, and he taped my wrists together, and then I don't know what happened, but he just stopped and he went to the truck.
So, and I know you said it's based on the way that he hit you, right?
Yeah. It was.
Right. So, if he was hitting you with the palm of his hand,
I would have had more bruising.
right? You don't think he was so? Do you think, he was really trying to hurt you?
It felt like he was, but it doesn't seem that way based on the manner in which he was hitting me.
And Jennifer, I want to go in because this is this case is one of those cases where it's like, man, we talking about a guy who had no enemies, right?
Well aware.
Right. That we know. I mean, we've spoken to a lot of folk, and people are pretty much consistent on this. You and your relationship. I know we spoke about your relationship before. All right. You described your relationship as you guys being the best of friends.
Oh yeah.
All right. You guys were, as far as like your relationship.
Still very much in love. So yeah.
So as far as like with Jamie, first day you met him. When did you meet him? What year?
I actually met him October 8th, 2005. So it was the day before this happened. It had been 15 years. Yeah. And we met on a blind date.
So met on a blind date?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Who set you up?
Our best friends, well, some of our best friends. So Jeremy Gebler, who I think you've spoken with, and his wife. So I worked with his wife, and Jeremy worked with Jamie.
Okay, and so they kind of set you guys up?
Yeah.
So what did Jamie do before you guys met?
In terms of what? In terms of
work?
Oh, he was, when we met, he was the director of IT or something along those lines for a small company called Solonis.
Okay. And Amber was how old at the time?
She was 8. Is that right? 2005. She was 8.
Okay, she was 8. As far as you, what did you do?
I was a speech pathologist.
Okay, how long did you do that?
Oh my gosh, years. I just quit 2 years ago.
Okay.
So
about 13 years?
No. I graduated in 97, so like over 20.
Okay, so you talking from back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
You guys first met. So how long were you guys together before you actually got married?
We were, before we got married, oh my gosh, we lived together for 7 years. No, is that right? Yeah, 7 years.
So you guys have actually been together, you talking about you got married in 2005?
We got married in 2012.
2012?
We met in 2005. We moved in together in 2006.
Okay, so...
And we got married in 2012.
Okay, so total together...
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
And he pretty much took on your daughter as his own.
Absolutely.
Right. Never any signs of unfaithfulness in your relationship.
No.
So I know we spoke on a time where you said you suspected that he was unfaithful in your relationship, but then you realized that it was the time to be nothing.
Yeah, and I didn't even have like suspicions in terms of that there was somebody or in his behavior. It was more that our sex life was starting to wane off, and so, and typical woman, I'm like, is it because I've gained weight? Because I had gained a lot of weight since we first met, and he's saying no, and so I just couldn't figure out. Like as a man, how he could go for such stretches of time without having sex, and so I thought, well, maybe there's somebody else, and.
And what was this?
Oh gosh, on and off, really, for a couple years. It really started after, I guess in 2009, after we bought our house.
Okay.
Because we had a condo that we had owned, well, Jamie had owned it, and then we kept that, rented it out, and bought a house together in Phoenix.
Okay, and then from Phoenix, then that's when you guys moved here?
Yeah, so we lived in that house until 2017, and then moved here in 2017.
Okay. And your relationship has it always, other than that, you say, other than, he's always been faithful. What about yourself?
I've always been faithful.
Jennifer just swore she was always faithful to James. She denies any affairs, any emotional cheating, any inappropriate relationships. But here's what detectives already uncovered.
And that's what I'm saying. We want to make sure, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing. I mean, if there were anything, I mean, that's where we can, you know, hey, I need to know. You know what I mean?
I know.
Because these things you think about, you just walking outside your house.
Right.
Right. Somebody comes and, you know, kills your husband.
Right.
You know.
I've thought about that too, that maybe it was somebody
right.
associated with me.
Yeah, and as far as like, you know, you haven't had any kind of, you know, sexual relationships, any dating anybody over the phone, anything.
No.
Okay, and so.
I have male friends, but they're friends.
Okay.
Male coworkers that I'm close to, but they're, you know, it's
but,
nothing.
But nobody,
and Jamie knows all of them. I mean,
right,
so.
But nobody that you are intimate with, where they say, hey, we're definitely going to be intimate, you know, or something planning anything like that, right?
No.
All right. What about your relationship arguments? How was a normal argument, you know, between you and Jamie?
We never were the type to like get angry and yell at each other or anything. It was, you know, discussing that we're frustrated with each other and talking about things and talking it through sometimes exhaustively. Then we would just talk until it was really sorted out.
Okay. And as far as like, he never put his hands on you?
Oh my gosh, no, not even.
You never put your hands on him?
No, never.
All right. Did you guys, when you guys argued, did y'all insult each other?
No,
call each other
never.
names and like that? As far as like teamwork in a relationship, or did y'all work together as a team? How did you?
That was the best part of our relationship.
Right. Okay.
Super close. I mean, like, we even talked about starting businesses together. I mean, like, we were each other's whole support systems. And you can ask any of his coworkers. They all know that he would bounce things off of me about things he had going on at work. I was the same thing when I was working. I was in a leadership role, and I would bounce things off of him. We really fed off of each other's what we were learning, just because we were really growing in leadership positions. And so what we were learning.
So both of you guys were pretty high ranking in your positions. Okay.
Yeah.
Companies.
Before I had to quit because of health reasons. But before I had to quit, I was a regional director, and I was traveling all over the United States for my job. So.
Okay. So as far as like with the issues with work or anything like that, there were no issues. Like, did he have a problem with your job? Did you have a problem with his job?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No,
And
very supportive of each other in that.
what about when it came down to Amber? Was it anything where you ever felt like, hey, this guy's not being fair to my daughter,
No.
you know, even though she's not blood to him?
No.
Was it anything like that?
Not at all. They were super close. He used to call her his partner in crime
Really?
because they're just, super close, and I loved that she had that. Her biological father sucked. Like I said, her and I had a rough go before Jamie. So,
What was that like?
her biological father was pretty largely absent, and when he was around, he was not nice to her. He wasn't physically abusive to her, but just would tease her endlessly. It was like emotional abuse with
Was he
her.
physically abusive to you?
He was not physically abusive to me. There were a couple of instances where he threw things at me, and I ended up calling the police, but he never hit me or anything.
Okay, but he was gone prior to.
He was long gone.
Okay.
Long gone.
All right. So when Jamie,
He was still in the picture when I met Jamie. He had visitation.
him and Jamie ever had words?
No, never.
Okay.
Never. They were very respectful to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Jamie, loving father.
Yep.
Okay. Loving husband.
Yep.
Guys, for like the intimacy that you guys had.
We had it. It just wasn't that often.
Right. Great teamwork
Yeah.
between the relationships.
Very.
Great father. People that work love him.
Yeah.
Right. He was a gamer too.
He was.
Thursdays, you say, were his main days to game?
Wednesdays, and then sometimes Thursdays. He would do sometimes Mondays and Wednesdays, sometimes Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. And the people that he would gang with, does he have any local friends?
Nobody was local that I'm aware of. I know there was one guy that lived in Reno that he would talk to quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The guild leader, or whatever they're called, I think he lives in North Dakota, I want to say.
Right.
So.
And as far as like, I know we got the gamer, gaming and everything.
Yep.
But when it came down to the people that we kind of felt like, okay, throughout this investigation, when it first came about, we're talking about 18 to 20 employees.
Right. That got laid off.
That got laid off.
Yeah.
We're talking about the names of individuals that you actually sent me.
Yes, I have those on my list here. And again, I feel like Amber's biological father, I definitely would have known if it had been him, even though he fits the description. I would have known if it was him. I was married to the guy. I would have known if it was him that had attacked me.
Okay. As far as I'm glad you brought that up. The person that you saw that attacked you all.
Yeah.
Did it seem to be anybody that you knew?
Not a soul.
Not a soul.
Not a soul. I thought about that too. It's like, was there anything familiar? And there just wasn't.
Okay.
Honestly, Detective, it seemed like he was just drugged on something, high on something.
Okay. So, Michael X, that's your daughter's, that's your Amber's dad.
Yes.
As far as like him, doing my checking, really hadn't found anything on him. 18 to 20 employees, we're still working out, but as of now, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, this is Arizona.
But none of those guys live in Dallas.
No. There isn't anybody in Dallas I can think of, other than if it's somebody. The only other one was Mike Branch, who I talked to you about. He definitely wasn't him, but he had a temper. I know that just based on what Jamie told me. And Jamie had written him up for, or he was reprimanded or something, for showing up to work drunk.
Okay.
And Jamie had often said that he had a drinking problem.
Okay.
I had met him a time or two. Nice enough guy, I guess. And then he was in the first wave of layoffs.
Okay. And Erica DeLeon?
Eric who?
Erica DeLeon?
Erica DeLeon, yeah, I have her too. Okay, so Erica DeLeon. Okay. So she lived in like a makeshift carport down at the corner of Waverly and Clarendon with her 2 sons and her daughter. The boys were Andres and Romero. Those boys one day were out in the middle of winter. Amber was home for Christmas break before she was going back to college. She went to college in D.C. And those boys were out, no jacket, no shoes, no nothing. And we had like a little get together with the neighbors and stuff and breakfast to say goodbye to Amber before she left back to school. And so my neighbor, Mona, knew who the boys were. And she was kind of telling me about how bad their home life was and how they've been in and out of foster care. And so I said, if you trust them, if you know who these kids are, bring them in, we'll feed them, And so we did. Next thing you know, these kids are showing up at my door all the time. So I don't want them in the street. So Jamie and I both, we were really taking care of these kids. I would play games with them, but these kids, they weren't going to school. Mom had pulled them out of school because school kept calling Child Protective Services. So I was teaching them their colors and their numbers. I was teaching them the rest how to read better. There was a lot of things that we were doing for these kids, and they were over constantly, and I always fed them because they were starving, these kids. I made so many reports to Child Protective Services, so many.
And that was the actual neighborhood that you guys lived in?
Right now. And so his mom, so finally, between myself and our neighborhood watch person, Diane, we called in the fact that the structure was not, it was an unfit structure. So they removed them, they kicked them out, and so then they ended up home. We were thinking that the kids would be removed because, there's so many things. Like, Andres had been beaten up by the mom at one point and had showed up with a black guy. I reported that. The daughter was seen smoking pot with mom. Mom was like passing her a joint. I reported that. I mean, there were so many things. And so eventually what happened was they ended up living in their car. And the mom actually tried abandoning both boys at my house. Dropped them off, left them there. I called the police, said they're there, and the boys left before the cops got there. And then the next thing I heard was that the mom had tried committing suicide, and so they removed the boys from her custody and put them in foster care. But here's the thing, so I even had right before they ended up living in their car, Jamie and I put Erica and the boys up at a residence inn for 2 weeks, I want to say, and said, Erica, get your life together, start working on housing, we'll do this, don't waste this opportunity. She promised she would, the whole thing, and then she just didn't get her act together. They ended up, she's got a lot of drug issues. She's got a lot of gang affiliations. And so she was the last contact that she had with me. She was insanely angry, just very angry.
When was that?
Oh man.
The employees of the AA that was terminated, the gamer, Mike Lance, Dan, Jeff D, Erica. Have you ever heard of a name? Is it Darren?
Darren Lopez, yeah.
Yes. Who is Darren?
He's one of my best friends. We dated in high school, and but he doesn't know Jamie. I haven't seen him, and I mean, we talk on the phone every day at this point, but we dated in high school, and then we dated like 3 years into college.
Okay, so how long? So when did you meet? When did you meet Darren?
1986. I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay. So you guys met in high school, and tell me a little bit about Darren, because I think that's the only one that I pretty much didn't have, but I kind of stumbled up on his name.
Okay. Let's see. I lost contact with him in '93. We broke up. We lived in Flagstaff.
So 86 through 1993.
Yeah.
Y'all lived together?
Oh no.
Okay. You lived in Flagstaff?
Yeah. I was in a dorm, but he was there 9 through 12.
Okay. And Darren was his name Darren Lopez. You said is it Darrin?
Yes.
Lopez. Okay. And he went there 9 through 12, right?
Yeah.
And that's South Point Catholic School.
Yes.
High school.
Yes.
Okay. And as far as you guys' dating relationship, how did you all meet?
We met through jazz band. We were both in jazz band together in high school, and he had a girlfriend at the time. I had a boyfriend at the time, and then he and his girlfriend broke up. Me and my boyfriend broke up, and then we ended up we were music ambassadors for a class trip to Europe, and we ended up starting dating after that.
So y'all started dating?
That was in 1989.
89? Okay. And 1989, what grade were you in?
That would have been my junior year.
Junior. So y'all started dating at your junior year in high school?
Well, it was the summer between junior and what would have been my senior year. So while I was physically at that high school, we never dated. We were just friends. We were in kind of the same group of friends because we were all kind of the band kids.
Okay. So high school go on. What happened?
So I spent a year at P-Med Community College, what would have been my senior year. It's a community college in Tucson. And then I went to Northern Arizona University for college, and so did he. He ended up... Northern Arizona University. And then he ended up dropping out after his freshman year, and he joined the military.
Okay.
We saw each other a few times before he left for active duty. I know the last time I saw him was August of '93.
August of '93?
Yeah. And then, since that time, he and I reconnected this last year. He contacted me and said that, just, how you find people on social media. And
Mr. Jamie was still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before COVID, so I want to say maybe January, February. And so we reconnected, and then he had gotten married to a lady that had 2 kids, and he said he did that like pretty soon after he left Flagstaff. So, and they were still married. I think he's going through a messy divorce right now. So that's why we've been talking a lot.
Okay. When did you guys start actually just communicating a lot?
Pretty much right away.
So after Jamie had passed away, got killed?
Oh, but even before that.
So
yeah. And Jamie knew about him and everything. We had talked about all getting together and stuff, and so they could meet.
And then in question, so he never met Jamie?
No.
All right, but you had the communication with him?
Yes.
Right. All right.
But I haven't physically seen him either.
Right. So as far as like the conversations that you guys had, what type of conversation? Because you think, and I want to make sure, Jennifer, and this is where I want to make sure that me and you are on the same page.
Are you suspecting him of something?
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there, and I want to make sure that we're on the same page, Jennifer. And I'm gonna tell you, because love will make you do some crazy things. You hear me?
Yeah.
Love will make you do some crazy things. And as far as like with Darren, I mean, you and him, y'all dated. Were there ever any talks about taking the relationship serious?
When we first started?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
So when you say, what kind of serious, how serious?
Oh, we at one point were talking about getting married.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like when?
Oh, when we were at Northern Arizona University, I mean, that was kind of the plan. So then I met Amber's biological dad.
Right.
And I broke it off with him.
All right. So as far as
and then he jumped into a marriage.
All right. So.
But I didn't know that at the time.
So he left the military. How long did he do?
He just got out maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I want to say.
And so what has he been doing since then?
I think he's on disability. I don't think he's been doing anything.
All right. So he got out, and you say he found you.
Yes.
Right. So what?
Well, he had been out when he found me.
Right. Okay. So how long was he out before he found you?
Oh gosh, I don't remember what he said. I want to say that he said he got out in 2016.
Okay. So when he first reached out to you, what was the conversation like?
Just wanted to reconnect. Find his old friend. He reached out to me on Twitter. And I said, at first I wanted to make sure it was him, and I'm like, how do I know this is really you? And he goes, well, how about if I call you Angel and say as you wish? And it was like this, because he always called me Angel when we were dating. We loved the Princess Bride, so it was a line from that movie. So I said, yes. So I sent him my email, and I said, email me and let me know how you're doing. And that was that. We just started chatting, catching up. He was telling me all about his girls. He has full custody of his girls right now. Their mom is a disaster and has kicked them all out of the house. And so I've had conversations with his kids because they really have no other female figure really. So, and they're all teenage girls.
So if you can, the relationship, Jamie knew about Darren? He knew that he was your ex?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how
Jamie was not a jealous person at all, in any way, shape, or form. I have another coworker named Rob who I call my work husband. Very close relationship. We tell each other we love each other. It's like not, and Jamie's fine with it. Jamie, actually, we all went on a cruise together, you know.
Okay, you and Rob. And
Yeah.
before, like, Darren, getting back to Darren. All right, so as far as, like, with Darren, the relationship, the communication. Right? So after the fact, you know, during this time he reached out to you, how often would you say you spoke with him?
Right after?
Yeah, during, like, before Jamie's death, after, like, before Jamie's death, how often would you say you spoke with him?
Probably every day. I mean, we're at least texting. Nothing's really changed with that regard. So, texting a few times a day. I was texting with his daughters quite a bit. And then we would talk, like, probably before Jamie died, we would talk on the phone maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Now we're speaking every night.
Okay.
Because now the things have kind of changed with him too, and that he's got his kids full time. He's struggling with that. The girls are struggling with that. So I always call him every night just to check in and see how the girls' days go. They're having trouble with school right now. So
even when you guys, before Jamie died, for like the relationship that you and Darren had, right? How was that? How was it? Was it strictly on a friendship level, or was there any kind of talk, intimate talk, or anything like that?
it wasn't intimate talk. I mean, definitely Darren and I had said, "Oh gosh, these are rekindling old feelings," and Jamie and I had a conversation about that too. And Jamie was, kind of like, "This is really different for us. This is new," and so, that's just not me. That's not my MO. It's not anything I wouldn't want to hurt Jamie in any way, shape, or form. And those are feelings from the past. So that's, yeah. So I just.
So as far as like your relationship with him now, has anything changed?
No, he's being very, very respectful. I think he probably does have, some feelings, but he's going through his own stuff too with his divorce.
And what about with you?
With me in terms of what?
How do you feel about him?
I don't know. I'm just it's too much for me to even think about right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Jennifer, one thing about, one thing about this investigation, that's why one thing I want me and you to be honest with each other, because, this has been a long, drawn-out investigation, okay? The only way that I know that we're going to always maintain being on the same page is that we're completely honest with each other.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have nothing to hide. I've always treated you kindly, right?
Yeah. I feel like the communication wasn't always there, but I understand that you can't always communicate with you.
But at the same time, we communicated quite a bit. I mean, we did tentative TV interviews together. We spoke. We emailed. We text messaged. We did a lot of things. Right. Going back to your husband, and we're talking about Jamie. Everybody loves Jamie.
Yeah.
I mean, so you think to ask yourself a question: why would somebody want to kill him?
Right.
Right. Jennifer, if I were to tell you, as far as like, I know that there's more to you and Darren's relationship, what would you say about that?
I don't know what more you're talking about.
Jennifer, as far as like you and Darren have been having, I mean, and I'll get to that in just a second. So as far as your relationship with Darren, and that's what they call an investigation. And we got to be on the same page,
Yeah.
And I need to make sure that you're honest with me, because I feel that you're telling me some things, but at the same time, I feel like that there are a lot of things that you're leaving out. And me personally, in my heart, I believe that you knew what happened that day. I really do. Jennifer, you said that there was no connection. I asked you earlier, if you were having an affair or were cheating on Darren.
On Darren, no.
Oh, not Darren, I'm sorry, but on Jamie, right? Okay. So he said, so I have no idea, and you sent this to your friend Tina. You said, I have no idea when I'm going to be able to talk to you over the phone, but I'm pretty much having a full-blown emotional affair. All right? These are text messages before, and I understand you said you were having, Jamie, he knew about it, but he was sad about it, right? Okay. You confirmed that you said this guy dated in high school and college, right? We broke up because we finished school, and after he got out of base training, he was deployed to South Korea. You said that?
Right.
All right. But the thing that's striking to me is that you said in one of your text messages that he's already, A, planning on me being there, and B, you coming to visit. That's what you told her.
This was so at the very beginning of things, though.
Hold on. Because, and then another thing that's very striking, you told Tina that he has a 5-year plan on how y'all are going to be together. So, go ahead.
Yes, at the beginning, and that's what I told you, the emotions were very strong. And that's what he had said initially, is that once Hope, his youngest daughter, had graduated high school, maybe we could figure something out that made sense for all of us, that kind of thing. But I put a stop to it because of my relationship with my husband, who I was very much in love with.
Right. You put a stop to it back in August, but then it picked back up. August the 6th. Tina said to Jim, she asked you, she said, you still talking to that guy? You responded, I put the brakes on him.
Yeah.
They said Jane was so hurt and internalizing everything, I just couldn't do it to him. But you told me that early on that you still continue to talk to him. You said even so, just as we're talking now. Yes.
As friends.
Right. But Jennifer, if I were to tell you I have other text messages that say something different between you all, because you got to understand.
I'm concerned that I'm concerned that Darren has anything to do with this. Is there anything that's leading you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So
the other thing I'm concerned about is the fact that you're saying I knew everything that took place that day.
So let's keep on. Okay. Like I told you, Jennifer, I want to go deep in this investigation. We don't want to go deep in this interview. Okay. All right. So the text message alone. Do you know you say you're just friends. On October 5th, you guys had over 667 times that you guys called each other and texted each other. That's a lot.
667 in one day?
Yes, that's what it says. That's what it shows, based on the records. Because you remember, we have a lot of things. October 6th, 419 times. October 7th, 640 times. All right. On October the 8th, all right, there was 133 times. But then there was a break. So you think about it. The day before.
That's because Jamie was killed at 7:30 in the morning on October 9th.
Right, but think about it. October the 8th, all right. October the 8th, there was a 133 times, but there was a 28 to 29 hour break. Well, it broke the pattern. It was not consistent with what you guys have been doing.
Oh, let me think.
So you guys pick back up. All right. So between October 9th and November 25th, you guys had communicated over 24,000 times, and 13,644 times were text messages. That's a lot of times for somebody who just been friends.
Look at what breaks the pattern. Every single day for weeks, these two are in contact hundreds of times, sometimes 600-700 messages in 24 hours. Then, the morning James Faith is shot to death, the line goes dead. 29 hours of nothing. Two people who couldn't go an hour without talking suddenly went silent for over a day. The exact day a man drove from another state to commit murder. That's not a coincidence. That's two people making sure there was nothing left to trace.
And then let me tell you
Well, and I
more.
said that he's one of my best friends, and I'm helping him with his kids and stuff right now too.
Jennifer, you can call it what you want. You're a married woman. You hear me? Ain't no way in the world that I'm gonna talk to some other woman that many times throughout the day. Not only that, Darren has a Nissan Titan pickup truck. Okay, we've been all the time. This whole time we've been thinking that it was a Texas Ranger sticker.
Yeah, what is it?
But you know, just like I know, where is Darren from?
Tennessee.
Right.
It's a Tennessee sticker?
This whole time.
Is it the same color?
Same black, same everything. Just like the witnesses took the photos of it, same everything. So you got to think on how I'm feeling. I'm feeling right now.
I didn't know that. It was his
Think
truck.
about this, Jennifer. You got to think on how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like you tried to play me.
I'm not.
Yes, I did. Yes, and that's the way I feel. I feel like you tried to play me, that you tried to play me, and this whole time you knew, because I have proof right now that Darren was actually out there at your residence during that day.
How?
Even your Ring camera, when I asked you, what did you say? When we saw that guy on your camera at 2:38 that morning, who did you tell me that was?
The guy across, I told you later after the guy across the street said that it was somebody who lived behind us.
No, that was Darren. And I believe that you knew that.
I don't know that. It doesn't even look familiar.
Jennifer, let me tell you something. All right. I believe that was Darren. You knew that was Darren. And at the same time, Darren has a black pickup, Nissan pickup, Titan truck. All right. Everything fitted the same description. Okay. Even the side of your camera's caught this. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that Darren was there.
I didn't. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to tell you even better.
How do you know for a fact it was him?
I have proof to know that he was there.
Okay.
Same thing that he was wearing that day. That gap that you guys had at 28 hours. You got to think about it. The consistency stopped.
Well, I'm trying to think why there would be a gap.
Look at it. We're talking about, we sat and we told the world. We told everybody.
I know.
We sat in front of his parents. We told them.
Because I wanted to
but
find
the same guy that killed your husband, Jennifer, is the same guy that you're communicating with every day. You had over 24,000 text messages and calls. Jennifer, besides the point, this guy killed your husband.
How do you know that?
Because I have proof. And guess what? Darren right now is currently in jail, locked up for murder right now.
Oh my God.
So my main thing is right now, what is he gonna tell me? Okay, why would he kill this guy?
I don't know. It doesn't even make sense. We haven't even seen each other.
I have proof there's a possibility that he came down there, that you guys did see each other.
We've never seen each other.
At the memorial. It's a possibility I have the information that he came to the memorial.
Oh my God, no, you're so wrong.
Okay.
You're so wrong.
But I'm going to tell you like this, Jennifer. I know that Darren committed this offense. I know that Darren killed your husband. He told you we have a 5-year plan. He said we have a 5-year plan on you guys being together. And then the thing about
that was at the very beginning when he was expressing that he still had loved me, all of that stuff, and we were like caught up in old emotions, but I put the brakes on it.
But you didn't put the brakes on it because you're still talking to this guy. How could you talk to somebody that you know that killed your husband?
I didn't know he killed my husband. I still don't know that he killed my husband. I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that?
And that's the question I have for you.
Because
think about it. If
Jamie and I were so in love. Ask anybody about our relationship.
Trust me, I did. If you know, my main thing is, this guy, he works every day, right? He worked every day. He provide. He took your daughter in.
Yeah.
As his own. Gave her his last name.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all these other people. I'm looking at American Airlines, people that possibly terminated, Mike, Jeff, I'm looking at all these people. All these people.
Because I can't think of anybody else.
I'm thinking of all these people. Why do anybody have, what do anybody have against Jamie? Why do anybody want to kill him? My biggest thing is, if you were so in love with Darren, just dump the guy.
I wasn't.
Just tell him, hey, it's over.
I was in love with my husband.
But you tell Tina you have an emotional affair and that you guys are planning on being together.
When was that text? It had to have been like February or March. Right after he contacted me.
Jennifer.
I'm telling you the truth.
April.
Exactly. April.
But still, you still talking to this guy. You know how this guy feels.
Yes, no, but there was a conversation. There was a conversation that happened between Darren and I where I said.
Even recently, he told you that he was jealous of Jamie.
When?
In the text message. You got to understand, this is an investigation. That's why we have an investigation. Jeff, a lot of the things
he has never said that he was jealous of Jamie.
He said he said in a text message that he was jealous of Jamie and always figured you to be his woman.
He's never said. Show me, because he's never said that.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Jennifer. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I can't make this up, Jennifer. I can't make it up. I can't. I won't make it up. I won't make it up.
Do I need a lawyer at this point?
It's your call. Whatever you decide.
I'm leaving.
Hold on 1 second.
No, I'm leaving.
Give me 1 second. I'll walk you down. Hold on.
So are you saying he drove from Tennessee and killed Jamie and went back? Because I talked to him the day that Jamie was killed.
I know. Wait 1 second.
Why would he do that? He's got girls.
Hold on 1 second.
And if you're so convinced, why even bother listening to me about all these other people who I thought might have something to do with it? Do you know how much I've been racking my brain? If you knew this all along?
This is the way it was taken.
Yes.
Let's see.
Where is that? Oh my God. Where is this? Yeah, the color is
So let me do this, okay? Because I know you mentioned something earlier, and I want to make sure that I'm on the same page.
Can you tell me where those photos were taken?
Hold on 1 second, because you said, do I need a lawyer? And I said, hey, it's your source, but you said you're gone. I want to make sure I reach your rights so you understand your rights, okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent, not make any statement at all. And any statement you make may be used as evidence against you at your trial. Any statement you make may be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present to advise you prior to and during any questioning. If you are unable to employ a lawyer, you have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise you prior to and during any questioning. And you have the right to terminate this interview at any time. Do you understand the rights I read to you?
Yes.
Are you willing to continue to talk to me?
To a point.
You said, well, it's either yes or no. Are you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me get your signature right there. Today's date.
On the 11th.
(6:28 p.m.)
Yeah.
All right. So Jennifer, you gotta understand, Jennifer. I told you in the beginning that we want to get down to the bottom of it,
Yeah.
in which we did. All right. Help me understand this. Give me
Help me understand.
Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
No. Oh my God.
Okay.
How you doing, man?
Anyway.
I'm Special Agent Williams with ATF.
Okay.
So just so you know, this investigation has a federal level, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go over a form with you briefly, okay?
Okay.
I said take that.
So like I said, obviously there was a firearm used in this crime. So
Right.
you know, ATF is a gun police. But with that comes the fact that I'm a federal agent, okay? So if you lie or mislead me, right, that means you send us down a course that makes us go chase gooses or something like that. That's a federal offense,
Right.
okay? I'm going to go over a form with you so that you know exactly what I'm talking about. And just like you signed your Miranda, we're going to have you sign, okay? So I have a copy, and you have a copy, okay?
Okay.
So you read along with me. I'm just going to read it out loud, okay? In any matter within the jurisdiction of the executive, legislative, or judicial branch of the government of the United States, knowingly and willfully, 1, falsifies, conceals, or covers up by any trick, scheme, or device a material fact, makes any materially false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or representation, or makes or uses any false written or document knowing the same to contain any material false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or entry shall be fined under this title or in prison no more than 5 years. You understand?
Yes.
This is the moment the case splits in two. A firearm crossed state lines to commit this murder, and that single fact hands federal investigators jurisdiction alongside local police. From here, Jennifer isn't just facing a Texas murder charge. She's facing the federal government, and federal murder-for-hire cases don't offer the same way out that state charges sometimes do. This is the point where her options started disappearing.
So this statute obviously is 18 United States 1001, okay? So
Okay.
sign there and print beside it. And then today's date is the January the 11th, and the time is approximately 6:18 p.m. Okay? So, I've been listening to some of the things that have been going on today, okay? I'm just going back with this so you have a dialogue, okay? So, let's talk about a little bit of your communication with Darren. Okay? Like he said, he's been arrested today.
Okay.
Okay? So tell me about your communication. Now you say you text him and you call him. Is that it?
That's it.
Have you ever written any letters, sent any emails or anything like that to him?
An occasional email.
That's it. And what do those emails talk about?
I don't even remember. I mean, I think when we first started communicating, we had emails going back and forth, just catching up.
So no faxes, no letters,
No,
nothing.
no.
And in those emails, are you just catching up, or are you talking about you guys' situation, relationship?
At the beginning, probably both.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember.
Now, obviously, things like this, clearly, we just discussed that, you believe that Darren killed your husband, okay? So, have you ever sent Darren anything else? Like any gifts, any money?
Yeah, I mean, yes, so we exchanged Christmas presents, all of us did. Amber, his kids, me, Darren, the girls, everything.
What did you give to Darren?
I bought him a smart TV because he always watches everything on his tablet. We watch TV shows together, all of us do. Amber and his daughter, like, not together, but like at the same time, and we're texting during the shows.
So again, when we talk about the nature of you guys' relationship, and you're downplaying it, right? I don't just give my random friend a TV, okay? That's a pretty big.
Okay, but you need to talk to my other friends.
Okay.
So
Tell me. I want to hear. Tell me.
That's the kind of people that Jamie and I have always been.
Okay. What size was the TV?
55-inch.
Did you just send it to his house, or did he go pick it up?
No, I FedExed it to him.
Have you ever seen Darren with any guns or anything like that?
I've never seen Darren. I haven't seen Darren since 1993.
Listen, so we're at the point
I have not seen him.
I understand. But the reason I'm asking and refreshing these questions, right,
Yeah.
is because now that I've told you that lying to a federal agent can get you 5 years in federal
I
prison,
am not lying
I have
to
to
you.
express that to you, okay?
Okay.
So that's why I'm just revisiting some of those topics, okay?
Okay.
So is there anything else you ever sent? Money?
I helped pay for his daughter's new windshield on her vehicle.
How much was that?
$200.
And when was this?
And I paid it directly to Safely.
When was it?
Right before she took her driver's license test. So September, maybe?
Okay, so
No, I'm sorry. It was after Jamie died. November. It had it in October or November.
Okay.
Maybe November.
Anything else?
That's it.
I just need you to be honest with me, because
I'm being
again,
honest
this carries a
with you.
significant.
I know.
You seem like a person that hasn't been around this kind of world, and
No, never.
This environment is not for the faint of heart. So I just
understand
want to
that.
impact that to you.
I'm being honest. There's nothing else.
Have you bought him anything out?
I just purchased airline tickets for him and the 3 girls to go out for his second to oldest daughter. It's his granddaughter's baptism
And where was that to?
from Nashville to Phoenix.
Okay. And how much was that total?
It was $1,600 for the 4 of them. He's having a lot of financial difficulties because of the divorce right now, and so I told him I would help him out. It's always under the agreement that he would pay me back. So.
And you gotta understand where we're coming from. Okay? You think about this. I know Darren killed your husband.
I just
I know.
can't even wrap my brain around that.
I know. To where I can even put him on the street during the same times. Same. You gotta understand. There was so much groundwork, so many resources utilized in this investigation. Where I can tell you from the day he left to the day he came back came to Dallas, where he stopped at, to even going back to his residence in Tennessee.
It just doesn't make sense.
And Jennifer, this is another thing too. You knew what kind of vehicle Darren had because you even researched a different type of vehicle for him. Because you got to think about it.
I did because
Jennifer, you got to think about this. When you first gave me consent for your cell phone when we were in the hospital.
yeah.
Okay. The thing I'm having a hard time to believe is that everything on Darren's phone, the text messages, the calls. Oh, I told you over 24,000 times.
Right.
It wasn't consistent with your phone. So that led me to believe that you deleted a lot of the text messages that were inside that phone.
So
the communication that you had.
But I've deleted a lot of people's text messages. I even deleted Jamie's text messages because my phone kept freezing.
But you got to think about it. If you guys are talking every day,
yeah,
texting every day, the only text messages that even were related to Darren was some from his daughter, and it was months prior.
right.
Where I know you bought the game system for them, right?
Oh,
So
that was for their birthdays.
right. But I'm saying that was months. That was months ago. But those are the things. But you gotta understand the way I'm looking at it. If you are telling me, and based on the proof and evidence that I have, saying that hey, I'm communicating with this individual every day. We're talking about the guy who you said, and you told Tina he has a 5-year plan on how we're gonna be together. You talk about this same guy, that you hey me being down there and you coming to visit. This same guy. We're talking about the same guy who, in a short period of time, in a little months, over 24,000 times, text messages and calls combined together that you guys communicated. Jamie knew about it. He was sad about it. He was hurt about it. All right. You told Tina. You said, Tina, you had to put the brakes on it. Yeah, I admit that was that. All right. But I admit what you told Tina. Hey, you got to put the brakes on it. But guess what? It continued on.
No. But you're misunderstanding what I said about putting the brakes on it. Putting the brakes on the emotional side of things.
But guess what, John? I have text messages between you and Darren talking about the intimacy level, or how he's going to hold you, how y'all going to get physical. I have those things. These are recent.
But why would that constitute killing my husband?
Because, and that's what I'm here to say. Like I told you before, why not just tell him, hey, I don't want to be with you no more, Jamie?
I've been married twice before. Divorce is not out of the realm of my possibilities.
So, but why kill Jamie?
Why kill him? Exactly. I don't understand that.
Darren's the one going through the struggle. Darren has a debt. Darren's behind on his bill. Water not even on. I know a lot about Darren.
His water's not on?
I'm just telling you right now. There's a lot of things right now that Darren has going on with himself, but I know wasn't about the money. I know about the MetLife insurance policy. I know about the other insurance policy. My main thing is you even have a GoFundMe, all right? That over $70,000. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm living off of.
So my main thing is, why not just tell Jamie, hey, I don't want to be with you no more. But me, the way it's looking, because the
life insurance policy is a drop in the bucket compared to what Jamie made every year. That's like,
okay.
If you're thinking that's a motive, you're barking up the wrong tree.
But I'm just saying. So what is the motive?
There isn't one. Not on my end.
Why kill the guy? Why? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
And you just say, hey, easily dump him, because we know that Darren's in a financial bind right now. So that, I mean, this is your high school sweetheart. Jennifer, this is your high school sweetheart. This is the guy that you dated in high school. This is the guy you dated in college.
And I broke it off with him.
And this is the guy that you told Tina that you guys were planning on getting married. But guess what? He ended up leaving off.
I'm out.
You see what I'm saying? We were talking. Okay.
Interview's done.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. We'll walk you out. Give me 1 second, okay?
Where's my mother?
She's at her phone. This way, alright. This is what we got going on, okay? And I mean, this interview was an interview, okay? But I gotta, if you say you had nothing to do with it, I gotta rule you out, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm getting a search warrant for your cell phone, and also there's a search warrant already for your residence, okay? So I just want to let you know. Now, I know based on you asked for your attorney. As far as like your resident doors, I mean, we can get the key, go in and collect any physical evidence that we believe that possibly could be related to the case, or we can force entry to the door. I just want to let you know and give you that option.
Take the key.
Okay. Which one is?
She never got her 5-year plan. Darren Lopez was found guilty of murdering a man he never even knew, over a woman who spent months convincing him it was an act of love. He was sentenced to 62 years in a Texas prison. the state he'd never even visit again outside of it. Jennifer Faith faced something worse than a state jury. Because a gun had crossed state lines to kill her husband, the federal government took the case, and in February 2022, she pleaded guilty to murder for hire. The sentence: life in prison, no parole, no release date, no 5-year plan, no second chance. James Faith did nothing wrong. He raised a daughter that wasn't his as his own. He built a marriage, a home, a life, with a woman who was already planning his death while he slept beside her. He never saw the man in the mask coming, because the person who was supposed to warn him was the one who sent him. Jennifer Faith cried on camera. She gave interviews. She wore the grief like a costume, right up until the moment the evidence stopped letting her wear it. She wasn't a widow, she was the architect, and the man she claimed almost killed her was the only person in that story who was ever actually innocent.